What does the Loch Ness Monster and a 1982 penny have in common? Stay tuned to find out what I'm talking about. First, here's my website, portsmouthcoinshop.com. Come over there and find out what we have to offer. We have a lot of coins that you can make offers on, make a fair offer. Also, we have new coins. We're putting some presidential dollars up for those of you who are interested in those. Also have a lot of graded coins and some raw coins and proof sets, mint sets. So check out portsmouthcoinshop.com. And also for coin values, Mint State Coin Technologies, you can also track your collection over at mintstate.com. So people are still having trouble with the 1982, the small dates and the large dates, and which ones are worth the money and which ones are not worth the money. Well, let's just put it this way. 1982, all the cents were either 2.5 grams or 3.1 grams. That is completely normal. So you can literally find a large date, a small date, a large date with a D, a small date with a D, and it can weigh 2.5 grams. Now, it can also weigh 3.1 grams, but only one of them shouldn't weigh 3.1 grams, and that's the 1982 D small date. But it must have a D, it must be a small date, and it must be on those scales at 3 grams. So let's take a look at something. Maybe this will help people understand what a large date and a small date, maybe a little different perception here, and why I brought in the Loch Ness Monster. Okay, what you see before you is the large date and the small date, and if you don't know, this is the large date right here. See where my arrows are circling around? Do you see this 2? It looks very similar to what the Loch Ness Monster was supposed to look like. Now, obviously, this is not the Loch Ness Monster. It just was known as a supposed picture of the Loch Ness Monster for decades, but it's not. We found out it's not. But the point of it is it's the image that you're looking at. It's the shape. When you see this, you know that's a large date. It looks very similar to what this picture looks like. Very similar to this image here, like the Loch Ness Monster. And when you look at the insides of the 8, how large the openings are inside the 8, and how the 2 is a straight shaft, and it's just a little, little thicker here. If this is damaged, forget it. It's not going to be the small date just because it's damaged. The O's, the openings in the 8s, these little O's is what I call them, are going to look different. Here is the small date with the D. The opening is smaller at the top. Look how this curves more like the back of a dog's hind leg or a snake or whatever you want to call it. It has a curve to it. It's not straight like this or this one. And like I said, the top of the 8, the opening is, because I see a lot of people saying, well, it's got a lot of damage on it. How do you know for sure? I mean, if the 8 and the 2 is damaged where you can't tell, then it doesn't matter. It's not ever going to be graded as an 82D small date on a 3.1 gram planchet. And like I said before, this one's the only one that's not supposed to weigh 3 grams. The rest of them do. The rest of the 82s, small or large, with a D or not, are supposed to weigh 2.5 grams and 3.1 grams. It's just this one right here. This one that I'm circling around here. Can you see my arrow? This is the only one that shouldn't weigh 3.1 grams. Is this one right here, the 82D small date. If you don't have this one, you don't have anything, really. You don't. I mean, obviously there is a double dice for the large and all, but I'm talking about transitional planchets here. If it doesn't look like this 2 and doesn't have that little small opening in the 8, it's not going to be a small date. You can strain your eyes all you want, but definitely, if this is a large date, have an example sitting beside you so that every time you go through them, you learn and you train your brain to recognize the shapes. Hopefully that helps you, just a little bit of a perception, a little different take on it maybe. It's not original to me. I didn't make it up. Someone's posting it in my forum, a friend, and I appreciate it. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe that's a good way to try to get out the 82, how to find the difference between large and small dates. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment. Hit the sub button, and have a great day.